TV taught me how to dream.
I'm happy I went to Indy as a rookie because it allowed me to really like just lock in as a player, work on my game. It was nothing else to do. You know, and it, it was just a good like switch up for me to be out there. That's all I'm gonna say on Indy.
Yeah.
I ain't really, you know, vibe with a lot of the front office people after they made the change. Larry kind of stepped off and stepped away from the team. Different management took over, and at that point I understood like
The business.
part
the
of
business
it.
side of it. I
And
remember
I had to leave.
you guys had some sort of a falling out on your exit, right? I remember you said something you would say one day what happened, and I think you might have spoke on it, but I didn't hear what happened. Like, what happened? What was the falling out?
I took a lot of heat for it, but it is what it is. So we do it's a softball game that we do in Indy. It's for, you know, to raise awareness for cancer in Indiana, and so we do this every year. And a lot of people, like Roy used to be the face of it. He got traded away, so then I took it over with Robert Mathis.
Football player.
Yeah, so we took it over, and I joined, you know, part with him to kind of keep that game and that tradition going. So we did that. I got interviewed, and they like, you know, PG, do you want to stay here? Like, what's your plans? And at that point, that's where, like, I grew up a Kobe fan. Kobe stayed in LA. That's all I knew. I want to stay with the organization that drafted me and see what happens there. Like, I want to. Indy didn't have a championship they still don't, but I wanted to be the first one to bring that to them. You know, I go through the whole press after the event, say I want to stay here. Like, this is home. This is where I want to win one at. Then that night, and before we get to that point, a lot of stuff happened. I had, you know, that season. I'm backtracking, but that season, before we got to that summer, that season, my name came up in trade talks. So I had, you know, the front office meet me in New Orleans. It was All-Star Weekend in New Orleans. I had the front office meet me in New Orleans, chop it up with them. Like, my agent come down. Like, what is these trade talks like? Am I y'all guy or am I not? Like, let me know. So they like, nah, we not moving you. We not touching you. Like, you know, you our future. Like, you're our centerpiece. Like, so they telling me all the good stuff. Literally right before trade deadline, my agent get calls again. Like, yo, PG's on the, like, they saying PG's on the markets. Teams like asking about him and they're having conversations. So that was like strike 2, strike 3. You know what I mean? All the other stuff was them moving other pieces around me that was like my brothers.
Right.
And they just moving them. I'm waking up, you know, getting messages like, hey, this person's traded, this person.
That's how we was in Golden State.
It's cool. I ain't in the front office. That ain't my job. That's their job. But let me know, please. Like, so that was like strike 1s and 2s. And now when I hear my name in trade talks, that's strike 3. Now I'm like, man.
Especially after you tell me we good.
Right. We just had a lunch about this. So fast forward to the moment where we do this game. I get interviewed, still saying I want to be here. This is my home. That night, and mind you, I think I said we had a top 3 player in the league at this time, power forward that I was trying to get to come to Indy. He wanted to come. I bring it to the front office. They deaded it.
Did you ever say who that was?
It was AD.
Okay.
AD. Me and AD talked. And AD wanted to come to Indy, close to Chicago. He was like, man, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Y'all got something going over there.
So imagine that.
So, right. So I bring that to the front office. They deaded it. We can't do it. Small market, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, man, all right. So then that night, go back to after we did the baseball, the charity game. That night, they called me up like, you know, we got this player and we looking at that player. And these 2 players we not winning with these 2 guys that they named. So I called my agent like, man, what am I doing here? They don't want to win. And what I think, honestly, I don't want to bash the organization because it was wonderful people there, but in my opinion, I think it's an organization that just care to be competitive. They don't care to win. They got pressure from the city of Indiana to be competitive, and that's where they hang their hat on. They just want to be a team that can compete, and their chance of winning is they're gonna have to do it in the draft, building the team. That's gonna take forever. So I called my agent like, man, get me out of here. Like, they don't want to win. I'm wasting time here. I came off of surgery. Larry trying to get me to play the forward coming back. Like, it was just a bunch of stuff. I threw the towel in, and man, I just asked to get out of there, and that's how that all that kind of transpired.